Yeah, so for years I've been studying how our experience of everyday life changes the way our body works, particularly at the molecular level, so how our genome responds to the way we live every day. And most of that research has focused on sort of what you might think of as the dark or difficult sides of life, adversity. And I think for me, the most surprising result I've run into was how powerful, even amidst very challenging and adverse life circumstances, how powerful having a sense of purpose and meaning and a goal in life is at marshaling our molecular processes. Sometimes we may feel like life is hard, but our bodies are actually operating as if we're doing fine. And that's one of the most surprising disconnects, is the fact that what our body is doing doesn't always track very closely how we're feeling or how we're thinking about the world. But interestingly, having some kind of overarching goal or pursuit that we're chasing after, that we're hoping for or wanting to make real in the world, that actually seems to marshal our body's resources, even when our minds are, sort of challenged and stressed. So one of the most interesting findings, I think, in the research in this area right now has to do with how people who are growing up in poverty manage to escape that and actually thrive in life. And there's a number of studies that have shown now that people who have a strong sense of an overarching goal are better at sort of staying in school, at keeping stable jobs, and doing the things that we need in a kind of a social capital sense to transcend really difficult, challenging early life circumstances. So one implication of these findings is, I think, that it may sometimes be hard to transcend adversity by just focusing on the things that pain us, and in sort of a classic psychotherapeutic sense, trying to analyze our problems. I think one of the things that the emerging data suggest is that it may be more productive to sort of ignore the things that trouble us and actually focus on the things that we want to create, the world we want to make, the people we want to help, the causes that we want to promote. This sort of, in a weird sense, transcending adversity by ignoring it and reconnecting with aspiration may actually be a better formula for individual health and well-being.